Venda people explained. Before modern South Africa even existed, there was an already very complex network of African kingdoms in the northern part of South Africa, today known as the Limpopo region. And one of the most misunderstood groups of people to ever emerge from these kingdoms were the Venda people. The Venda people, or Vavenda, are a Bantu-speaking group today based mainly in the northern part of South Africa's Limpopo province. One person is called Muvenda, the language is called Tshivenda, the people are called Vavenda. I know, there's a lot of V's. And today, they are firmly part of South Africa's landscape, but their identity didn't just form in one place or at one moment. Rather, it was formed over centuries of movement, mixing, and rebuilding. There was a place called Mapungubwe, or rather the Kingdom of Mapungubwe. So this place was in the Limpopo region, and it's right next to the Limpopo River. This kingdom was quite powerful, especially around the 13th century. They traded in things like gold, iron. They also had long trade routes as well. The kingdom collapsed after the 13th century, mainly because of things like migration, climate change, and so forth. So the people that were in this region, who we now call the Venda people today, basically had to move and travel around. So some traveled downwards into the rest of South Africa, others traveled upwards into Zimbabwe and Botswana as well. Over time, these Venda people basically mixed a lot with Sotho people as well. So you have the Sotho language mixing with a language from Zimbabwe called Shona, and together they formed Venda. Venda actually comes from these two main languages, Sotho and Shona. And now it's very important that I say this. All of this was happening 800-900 years ago. So this was even before the colonial borders were actually formed. So there wasn't such a thing as this is Zimbabwe, this is South Africa, and so forth. So the language of Venda was basically formed by Shona-speaking people in that region. That region today is not Zimbabwe, it's the Soutpansberg, or basically the Salt Pan Mountains in the Limpopo region. So these were still basically, by today's standards, South African people. And they happened to speak Shona as well. So I just wanted to make that clear. It wasn't Zimbabwean people coming to South Africa and interacting with Sotho people from South Africa and forming Venda. No, that's not what happened. These were just Shona-speaking people that resided in the Soutpansberg area. And if you ask me, I think Tshivenda is mesmerizing. Back to the video. Now, here's what most people don't understand about Venda people, is that Venda people didn't just come from one specific group. This identity was formed through years. It has so many layers like an onion. So basically, there were already people living in the region. I'm talking about the northern parts of South Africa in the Limpopo region. And then it also had other Bantu-speaking people that traveled all the way through the rest